Hi, I'm Derek Lowry with Brookwood Wealth Advisors. 2022 has been a roller coaster for investors. If you've cashed in on the stock market's record performance or sold your home for a large profit but have watched your investments slide the last few months while inflation bites into your budget, don't worry. In this video, I'll walk you through a strategy called tax loss harvesting, a way to potentially help turn investment losses into tax breaks. This video gets into some pretty technical stuff. I'm here to help, but if you are unclear on this strategy, please reach out to me or speak with your own financial or tax professional. Selling an investment for a gain is great until it comes time and Uncle Sam wants his share of your profits. But you may be able to lower how much capital gains tax you owe by selling assets for a loss if it makes sense for your overall financial strategy. This is known as tax loss harvesting, and it's a strategy savvy investors use to lower their tax bill, but it can be complicated. So, keep these 4 things in mind. First, if you sold an asset that you held for less than a year for a profit, you generated a short-term capital gain. And short-term capital gains are taxed at higher rates than long-term capital gains. You'll want to classify the assets you sold into 2 buckets: held more than 1 year and held less than 1 year. This is important, as I'll explain next. Second, when selling assets for a loss to offset your capital gains, you need to keep apples with apples and oranges with oranges. Short-term losses can only be used to offset short-term gains, while long-term losses can only offset long-term gains. Third, don't sell assets strictly to harvest a tax loss. That's not always the best move for your financial situation. We can work together to identify the right time to liquidate underperforming investments if and when it makes sense. And lastly, do not forget about the wash sale rule, which could disqualify you from taking advantage of these realized losses in the current tax year. If you're like most folks, you want to pay the least amount of tax possible so you can continue saving for your future. Techniques like tax loss harvesting can help make that possible, but you need to look at your overall financial strategy to see if it makes sense. If you have questions about what I've discussed, or you'd like to speak personally, send me a message and we'll discuss your specific situation.